Hey, it's Lockie with a review of the Ride Zero. The Ride Zero is a unisex freestyle board with the twin hybrid rocker profile and an asymmetrical shape. Being a unisex board, it comes in sizes from 142 all the way up to 161 wide. It has the twin hybrid rocker profile, which means that there's rocker on the nose and the tail of the board with camber under the feet. Both the camber and rocker sections are very subtle. It has the cleave edge edges, which are thicker than normal. The idea is that thicker edges will be stronger and less likely to crack if you're landing on rails all day. The asymmetrical side cut means that the heel side of the board uses a smaller radius, which means that it'll take less effort on your heel side turns and have a more balanced feel swapping between toes and heels. Inside the board, there are some impact plates under the bindings and the Carbon Array 3 pattern that starts at the bindings and is made to help get a more direct feel to the contact points of the board without stiffening it up between your feet. It's got a sintered base and comes with a nice structure. I'm 6 foot tall and weigh about 158 pounds or 72 kilos. I was riding the 155cm Zero with Burton Cartel bindings set to angles of +9 and -6. I was riding this in Whistler in all kinds of conditions from soft light powder to ice and man-made sugary snow. I was riding with a slightly narrower stance than recommended, somewhere around 21 and a bit inches. I started out riding this with Solomon launch boa boots that were pretty broken in and soft and have since upgraded to the much stiffer Vans Infuse. Both pairs of boots were 9.5 and I was using medium bindings. I was looking for a board that would be a bit softer than my Mercury, that would be a bit easier to press and move around in the park, even though I mainly ride small and medium features. It does start out as a medium flex, but I found it broke in quickly and mine is definitely medium soft right now, but it's still solid enough for everything I'd want to do in the park. Torsionally, it feels pretty soft. It's nice and easy to twist. I notice on landings after little spins, I have the board still twisted, which is probably what makes them feel like they don't take much effort. For all mountain riding, it's pretty solid, and I have spent more time riding terrain that I wouldn't really have planned to on the Zero, and for the most part it did well. In soft and untouched powder, it's nice and smooth, and even being a twin, it wasn't bad. Riding fast on groomers, it was still nice and stable. At the end of a powder day, when the snow's chopped up, it becomes way harder to ride, and I feel like I'm bouncing around all over the place. It's not really the fault of the board, but I spend so much time on stiffer directional boards that it really highlights the differences between them and the Zero in these sort of conditions. It's not what the board's made for, so you can't hold anything against it. I was on the 155cm board and ride with size 9.5 boots. The 155 has a waist width of 252mm, which means that it feels super quick and easy to swap edges and make turns. And that's probably amplified a little by the asymmetrical shape as well. Ollies on the board feel nice. It has a good medium flex that feels springy without needing too much work. Presses on boxes are still a weakness for me, but I can't blame the board for that. I'll wax it every week or two, but I never really notice that the speed drops. I seem to catch up with other skiers and riders on cat tracks without a problem. Overall, the Zero does exactly what I wanted. It's a playful board that can still ride around most of the mountain without much of an issue. The flex is good, the base is quick, and it's fun just to turn. I wouldn't be surprised if this ends up being a pretty popular board over the next few seasons. If you have any questions about the board, leave them in the comments below. And if you're looking for any snowboard gear, have a search for it on snowboardrobot.com/search, and you'll find out what shops have things in stock, and buying through those links helps me out, which I really appreciate. Thanks.